Good afternoon. Thank you everybody to join us for this info session on the Beta Circus project. And thank you for interest on the project, on the open call, and in what we are trying to do for the next months. And to start, I will just present you in short words what is Beta Circus. Is a program that we want to focus on new trends for contemporary circus and trying to face the lack of opportunities for some artists to get trained in high professional level, mostly in peripheral countries less connected to the high level education available. So the process will mostly capacity building process for emerging artists, focusing on innovative works, trends, and languages in the European context. For the really beginning, just to let you know, this is a cooperation project founded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. And this is a partnership in between four organizations from Bússola from Portugal, Teatro Necessario from Italy, Ludifico from Serbia, and Riga Circus from Latvia. And at that moment, we'll just present in short words each organization and why they are connected to the project. So firstly, I'm telling you from Portugal, from Bússola, and also Danielle, that is also in the room. Bússola works for programming and strategy, mostly in the fields of contemporary circus and street arts, and we are mostly connected to the European vision and some international networks and projects, and we want to propose new projects, innovation, and learning from artists and opportunities for innovative work. So, and we connect this project with all these partners, trying to face these opportunities. Now let's take the word to Italy. Julia, could you present the Teatro Necessario, please?
Yes, hi everyone. We are a small but old circus company based in Italy. The company is based on the clown technique and music, but at the beginning they started just as performer. The performer of the company are three, and then there are two people in the administration. But then during years of shows all around the world, the company started also to organize and be the artistic direction of some international events. So we run actually a summer festival called Tutti Matti per Colorno, which is a circus, a street art festival, international street art festival close to Parma, and a winter festival under chapiteau, under the tent, during the Christmas time in Parma. We are very much fascinated by new magic, and we really hope to have, to meet a lot of interesting projects during this specific project. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Now traveling to Serbia from Ludifico. Mira, can you please tell us a bit about you?
Hello, everybody. I am Mira from Center for Circus Arts Development, Ludifico. I'm co-founder and artistic director of the association. We first started as an artist, and since circus scene in Serbia wasn't developed at all, then we needed to do all necessary job to start to put it somewhere where it belongs. So we did a lot of workshops, education. We started circus school. We did a lot of productions like plays, and we are keeping in last 10 years circus visibility on some level that we think that it's needed to be done. So we are doing like presentation, popularization, circus visibility here in Novi Sad and Serbia. And Novi Sad is the European Capital of Culture in 2 years, 2022. It should have been 2021, but it's postponed now. And they are also supporting this project like associated partners, and we are doing some selection for the circus in a cooperation with them. So our goal is to put circus on educational and production level where it belongs.
Thank you, Mira. And now continuing the journey for the last partner, traveling to Latvia, Riga CIRCUS. Mara, can you please tell us?
Hello, everyone. I'm Mara from Riga CIRCUS in Latvia. We are a national organization, the state circus, and since 3 years we have made a big shift to contemporary circus, because before the building was occupied by a traditional circus company. Our house is a 131-year-old circus that we are reconstructing and renovating at the moment. And we function as a multifunctional arts center with the main focus on the contemporary circus. We work in 3 main directions, which is programming, an international program during the year, education. We are running a leisure circus school, training space for professional artists, and regularly organizing as well professional master classes for professionals, and creation. So we produce some small-scale shows locally, and we have a residency program where we welcome international artists.
Thank you, Mara. And let's continue our presentation. Mira already tell you a bit about our associated partners, but it's interesting to you to know that we are not alone in this process. We have in Portugal a connection with 23 Milhas. There is a programming and creation project with 4 venues in Ilhavo, so they will host the main activities in Portugal of the project. In Italy, a circuit of programming in Emilia-Romagna region, Ater and Parma, Italian capital of culture, are also partners of the project. And as Mira tell you, Novi Sad, European capital of culture, now moving for 2022, is also associated partner. In other layers, we have some other projects or entities that will support the projects, like in very particular activities like Circus Talk, Circus Traders Network, Fira Targa, and other institutions that will connect during the process. Now, what's the topic of the project? This is about new magic, and mostly of the questions we are receiving are about it. So we have a guest today, and in the next few minutes, Thierry Collet, it's a French artist that will be one of the mentors of the capacity building project, will present us a bit of the sense of new magic. Thierry, can you please tell us a bit? Okay. Can you please connect your microphone, Thierry, please?
Yes.
Perfect.
Can you hear me now? Okay, great. It's important for me, I think, to make a little bit of history about this term, magie nouvelle or new magic. And I would prefer call it contemporanean magic, because I think it's had to be in a context a little bit larger than only circus, because circus grabbed the term the last years. But if we go a little bit back in the time, I think there was some artists who predate the term. There's a juggler, Jérôme Thomas, in the 1980s, 90s in France. He's still working today. And he wanted to juggle with more than 5, 6, or 8 bows. He wanted to juggle with 20, 50 bows. So he had to invent new techniques for his juggling art. So he started to look around and he found that in magic we have black art, we have invisible threads, we have a lot of other things. And I think new magic started when people from outside the field of magic started to grab and be interested in magic itself. There was also a great puppeteer in France called Philippe Gentil, and he still no, he's not have his show today, but he was it was a puppeteer, but not only. There was a lot of illusion in his shows. And there's also a show that was very important in France in 2004 in Festival d'Automne, with a great festival in Paris each year. And it was a mix of magic, theater. It was called Un Magicien. And Robert Renucci, who's a great French actor, was acting in this play. There was also Pierre Edernac, a magician, and he was directed by Marc Fell. This is important for me to say that it was not only in the field of circus, but lots of different people started to think of magic as a way to produce meaning and to possibility to express themselves as artists. So the jugglers have been very important in new magic for the last years. I would say Compagnie 1420, but also Jan Frisch in France, or Etienne Saglio in France, but also Maxime Komaro, Jani Nutinen from Finland, because it's not only a French genre, it's been going abroad also. Lots of jugglers catched the new magic or contemporary magic ideas. But I think it's important to say that in magic there is object, there is also body movement, so it's linked with dance and theatrical theater, of body theater. And there is also a dimension of writing, of dramaturgy, of text, of meaning, and thinking about the position of the magician. And in traditional magic, there was no question about the position of the magician. He was the keeper of the power. And with new magic, people started to think about, if the magician is not there, where could there be some magic? So it started to interest a little bit more women, because they are completely absent of traditional magic. They are only inside the boxes. They are sewn in half and always happy to be sewn in half. But now they start to take the power, and we have female magician, not enough. I think that should be one of our work, to bring more magic women into magic. But I think if we think a little bit more about the question of power, authority, knowing, believing, it will open the field of magic, not only into the circus mode, but into the artistic and theatrical world. And that's really what I want to bring to this program.
Thank you, Thierry, for your sharing. In the end of the presentation, we have some time for questions if we have. So we will continue presenting the main activities and the methodologies of the project. And the core activities will happen from May 21 to March 22 in all the partner countries. And they are mostly in 4 axes. First is about training. So training weeks will be organized next May, November next year, and also in December and in March 22. Performances of artists with some experience in new magic will be programmed in the context of festivals or seasons connected to the project, and at the same time of the training weeks. So the participants will join the trainings, but can also feel the artists with experiences. There are a third part of the project about conferences and seminars. And we have 3 during the process. The first one in May next year about advocacy and public policies. Another one focused on new trends for circus arts, and for sure new magic is the new trend we will explore. And a final one discussing results in July 22. And the first part of the project is about trying and test the skills. So the 12 participants that will connect all the capacity building program will, together with a mentor that will be defined after we know the profile of the 12 participants, will perform a final public exercise to be premiered in Latvia and then travel also to Serbia. So as you are all registered, we will send you all these details after the session. So I will not go with all the details for the main dates, but at that moment, the most important point is the international open call. So you can apply for the project until 15 December 2020, and we'll focus this presentation on the main conditions and details for the participation on the projects. About trainers, some experienced artists, Kalenio from Finland, Antoine Theriot and Rémi Lasven from France, and as mentor in the third training week, you know already, he presented some minutes before, Thierry Collet, and a fifth person will be presented after the selection of the participants as a mentor and director of the final exercise. And as the point now is about the open call, what we are looking for. 12 participants, this is the point. So we have an open call available until 15 December to select 12 participants from different countries all around Europe to participate in all the projects with the expenses covered by the budget, the project budgets. Just a side note that in each partner country, 6 local extra participants will be selected for every training week later on the project. So at this moment, we are only focusing the main selection of the 12 participants for the whole project. These participants should commit with the full project dates. So all the activities you see in the schedule, you can see in the website and in this presentation that we'll receive in your email after this session. So you should connect in all the activities in between May 21 and March 22. So these do not include the final conference because it's an extra activity. So you should connect with training weeks, final exercises, talks, conference, and seminars, and probably some parallel activities in the dates defined in the conditions of the open call. Only participants that have full availability in these dates will be accepted for the evaluation of the application. The participants have some responsibilities. So if you want to take part of the project, you should make a commitment with the 4 workshops realized during the training weeks. You should make a commitment to participate in the mentoring sessions in the last 2 training weeks. You should attend all the scheduled performances, and will be 4 different performances during the project. You should take part in the talks with audience and students in every training week, and be actively involved with your creativity and your skills that you will develop during the project for the creation of the final exercise that should be performed in Latvia and in Serbia in the end of the project. But you have some benefits. So these 12 participants will attend without any cost the full project. So the training is for free. The project will cover you the travels, including international flights and local transportation in the destination cities, accommodation and meals during the project dates. You will also benefit from an international visibility and network provided by the project partners and the project communication. And for sure, you'll find opportunities for your career. To apply, we are expecting that a large possibilities of people can apply. So people coming from magic, from illusionism, from circus, from dance, theater, even visual arts, scenography, or other artistic fields. So as Thierry explained you, new magic is sometimes a complex process. So different skills will be interesting, and the group, if the group will be multidisciplinary, will be interesting for all the participants. Another important point is that no limit of age is defined for the participants. So we can receive participants with 22 years old or with 60 if the proposed participants can demonstrate strong motivation to develop something new or innovative in their careers. You can apply through Beta Circus website. So if you enter betacircus.eu, you can go for the open call page when you can find a PDF file with all the details, all the informations. But please make sure that all the projects will be run in English. So to participate, you should be able to understand and communicate in English, and also the application should be done in English. And as I'm talking a lot, now I will split with Mara. Are you here, Mara, to help us
Yes.
with the with the open call and the form?
Yeah, you'll have to help me with scrolling, but so as we already have received some questions about the form to fill in, we decided to just go through to maybe precise the questions and help you to understand them if you had any doubts about them. So this is easy. We just need your contact information. And here you have, so you can select the areas you work in. As we told before, we are not necessarily looking for people who already work with magic. It is open for people who work with magic, but as well open for people from different disciplines who would be interested to develop their artistic language in shape of new magic. And we have two questions about, the first one is about previous training and education, and the second is about professional and artistic experience. So I think this is quite clear as well. It's the first one is really about your education, and the second is about what are the works you're working in, what are the aesthetics you're interested in to work, and what's your actual work at the moment. We had a question about the difference between motivation to join the Beta Circus training program, and why are you interested in training in the field of new magic. So here in the first question, we would really like to hear from you that you have well understood the shape of the program, and to see and to make you reflect on, is this the right form for you, and how this form fits with what you want to learn. And the second is more general and more concerning, how are you going to use magic in your career? In question of international projects, I think this can raise a lot of questions, because I imagine a lot of you have been touring internationally. The main, you don't have to name all the projects you have participated. We want to hear more if you have been working in international team, because this is a very, very important point in this project. You're going to collaborate during 1 year with an international team, and it's important that you feel comfortable with it and that you are eager to do that. And then we expect from you a short video, as we like to say, a publicity of yourself. But when we look at this, all the questions have been more or less about what do you want to get from this project and why do you want to participate? Then here, we would like to hear as well, how do you think that your participation would contribute to this project? Yes, and then it's more technical, your photos and CV. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, then we'll be able to answer them in a questions session. But now we have a few more. So about the selection criteria, there are several points that we are going to look through. the education and a professional background, the motivation to participate, and the expected impact on your career. Are you actually interested to use your new maybe skills or visions in your artistic work? Ability to collaborate with large international teams, and as well we are going to try to look for a diversity in the group, so it could represent both different artistic fields, but as well different representation geographically, try to achieve a gender balance, and make the team the most diverse and interesting possible. So the selection process, the application deadline is the 15th of December. We are going to choose a short list based on your applications. And then in January, we're going to organize a group meetings with the shortlist. I'm going to be there together with someone else each time from my colleagues, and we are going to discuss the project and your ambitions to know you a little bit better, and as well see the dynamics of the group who is meeting in the group meeting. And then at the end of January, we are going to announce the final selection. Yeah, that's it. That's it on our side. So please feel free to raise your hands and ask any questions if you have.